I have Wayne White on the phone here, and he's one of our ex-franchisees. And Wayne's been nice enough to chat with us a little bit about the Superior Wash franchise business opportunity, and he's going to explain a little bit about his experience with this business, and it's going to be pretty good information. Hey, Wayne, I appreciate you coming in today. And one thing I always ask franchisees when they come into the system, or if they exit out, have an exit strategy, I always like to find out exactly what interested them in the business in the first place. And so I just want to throw that question out here: is what grabbed your attention, what resonated with you about our business model?
Well, I tell you what, Rick, the first couple of things, there was two things that actually stood out. First, the cost of entry was very affordable, and also the type of service being provided was unique. It was something I had not even thought about. I wasn't even looking for something like this. So I did additional research, and I found that there's no other franchises that are offering this type of unique service. So I thought it was something that was sort of like a niche market that people haven't thought of.
Good. Hey, and so you got into it, and I'm assuming it's not, starting up a business. I mean, I've done my own businesses, but starting up a business is never easy. It's always going to be a challenge, no matter what business you get into. But, knowing what you know now, what really does it take to grow this business, this type of service-based business?
Well, I think you just got to really sell yourself, just sell out to it to get it started. There's a lot of hard work and just a lot of hustling. What we did is we took on every bit of business that we could possibly take on. And even if at the time it didn't make a whole bunch of sense with us trying to develop our routes and everything, we knew at some point in the future as we grew that we would be, filling in those areas with other customers. So basically, that was it. You just got to get out there. You got to take on everything that you can possibly get your hands on at the beginning that you can possibly do, and and you just provide them good service. As as everybody finds out, hey, you're washing these vehicles. I mean, who's washing these vehicles? Well, Superior Wash is. Those people around that area start calling you, and slowly but surely, all those little, all that work that you took on all over the place, it starts developing into a route, and before you know it, that route's profitable and it's easy to manage because you start clustering your accounts.
So if I'm understanding this, Wayne, then what you're saying is when you start out, you might take on some customers that might not be profitable, I'm assuming, or when you say might not, doesn't make sense, I'm assuming it's because of the where you're going, and it might be just the one destination for that day to begin with. I guess that's the way it starts.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm probably not doing a good job of explaining it, but a lot of times when you start off, you really want to try to hit, in your mind you're thinking, I need to hit a home run with every single bit of business I pick up. But you got to think in the long term, and you got to think, what's my goal? Down the road, do I want to develop a route here in this area? And if you do, you're going to have to take on what you can get in those areas till you develop the area to its full potential. Because you're not going to come up and get 5 customers at a single time and create a route overnight. It's going to take time. So you just take on those customers that you can. You provide them good service, and at some point in time, you're going to start filling in those gaps, and before you know it, you've developed a profitable route.